Good information. Here to explain the importance of age-appropriate skincare is dermatologist Dr. Julia Carroll with us today. Thank you. So great. Okay, when does skin start to age?
Sadly, it's the day you're born.
Really?
Yeah. So you'll start to see it in your 20s and 30s, and sun is the big culprit.
Yeah.
So that's called extrinsic aging.
Extrinsic aging. Okay, so let's talk about skin in our 20s, all right? What's it look like? It's pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah, so in your 20s, you're bulletproof. You think you can stay up all night partying, you can get up early, go to class, you don't care, you don't probably eat well, you're not looking after yourself, and you think you're going to be bulletproof, but you're not.
You're not. You get the odd zit, but that's okay. It's like that's the biggest thing that's a problem, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and
exactly.
so you show us some pictures here.
So what we're seeing here is skin in the 20s and then skin probably more in the 40s and 50s. And the big thing is when you're in your 20s, you have a lot more volume on board, and people still have that sort of baby fat look to them.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you start to get a thinner epidermis, that's the brown section, a thinner dermis, and then the fat and even bone starts to resorb and get thinner over time, and that all results in volume loss.
Okay, so that's just what happens. It's the circle of life.
Can't help it.
Okay, I really like the big square better than a little square. I want to tell you that. So let's talk about prevention, because you think that you are, not vulnerable to any of this. So what's some of the prevention?
So sunscreen is the most important thing.
What number?
Yeah. I love 30. SPF 30 or higher. Yeah.
15's not enough.
It's not enough. And you need to make it part of your daily routine. So in the morning you wake up, you just want to make sunscreen something you do every day without thinking about it, even if it's a rainy day like today.
And where do you put it?
All over your face. Don't forget your chest, and don't forget the backs of your hands.
Yeah, those are I forgot this and this. We'll get to the 50s in a minute. We will. Yeah. Okay, and treatments for this. Oh, go ahead.
And no tanning beds.
No tanning beds. No.
And treatments.
Okay. So treatments are.
We're going to add in a little bit of alpha hydroxy acid. Okay, and so that's a topical that's going to help exfoliate the skin.
Is that the AHA?
AHA, glycolic acid, they're all the same thing.
Yeah. And in some cases, I know in the States, they used to say what the number was on that.
Yeah.
Here, not so much. They don't, or do they? Or they know?
Yeah, there's 4s, 8s, and 10s available.
Okay, if you're just starting on this kind of routine,
4.
Start with 4. And what does that do, Julia?
So it helps exfoliate the skin, and it's going to make your skin look brighter, and it also actually helps with acne a little bit also.
Okay, so how often do you have to apply that?
I would do that at night.
At night? Every night? Every night. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the treatment of that. Do we see a B-roll on that one, guys? We're going to do a dermabrasion? Yeah.
Yeah, so this is helpful too. This is sort of like the in-office procedure that we do. It's microdermabrasion. It's just a light sanding of the face with crystals, great for acne, great for getting rid of old acne marks, and just makes you look a little bit more fresh.
Okay, and is that painful?
No, it's just a very light sensation. It actually feels great. You feel very fresh afterwards.
So that's you putting on the AHA?
No, that's not AHA. This is microdermabrasion.
Okay.
Different procedure.
So AHA is what you apply on your skin because it's a lotion of some kind, right? And this one is you go into your office and get that done.
Yeah.
And how often would you do something like that?
Every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
If you have problematic skin, even more so, or
Probably,
no?
yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about our 30s.
Okay. So in your 30s, you're in your sweet spot. So that volume sort of equilibrium we were looking at, you start to lose your baby fat. You're coming into your own. You look very etched, very, starting grown up, but not old, really.
Yeah. Those were the good decades. That was a good decade. That was really good.
But you're starting to see, your mother used to say, don't make that face, or it's going to stay that way. If you keep making that face, you're going to get what we call the 11s, right between your eyes.
The 11s.
The 11s.
Yeah.
So, with a little bit of Botox, just a little bit, beginner Botox, just to prevent that movement, that's going to keep those 11s from popping up.
Okay, but that's natural if it happens.
It happens
natural.
everywhere. You make that face.
Okay, next we're going to talk about menopausal, premenopausal skin in your 40s.
Okay, so in your 40s, a young face looks heart-shaped, but as you get older, you start to get thinner in the middle, and you get wider in the jaw, and that's an older look. So we want to try to help prevent that, and that's all related to volume loss.
It's just deflating.
It's deflating.
Okay, it's deflating. I know, I hear you. I'm with you. So what do you do to she looks great. Is that the same person?
It's the same person.
So what happens here?
So with her, what we did was we did a little bit of filler. Voluma and Juvederm are the 2 most common ones.
Where do you put that? Where do you apply that?
To have a natural look, you don't just go right for the lines. I like to start at the top of the face and fill in around here, and that gives you a little bit of a lift.
Lifting it up.
Yeah, and so that's replacing the actual volume loss versus just going right for that line.
And are you putting some in there too?
We'll do a little bit in there, but I start at the top and work my way down. That gives the most natural natural look.
And how did you eat? The jawline's changed a little bit too. Did
So
you do something
when,
there?
When you pull up from here,
Yeah.
it's going to pull everything up.
Okay. And can you prevent your skin from falling like that, or is that just gravity?
Part of it is gravity.
Yeah.
One of the things I do like to add in for this age group is a Retin-A.
A Retin-A. Talk about application on that
So
one.
Retin-A, again, you're replacing your AHA now with the Retin-A.
Yeah.
And the other thing I like to add in is a topical vitamin C. CE ferulic is a really big seller right now, and that's going to boost the effectiveness of your sunscreen. It's going to brighten your skin and increase collagen production.
All right. So the application of that is every day, morning and night.
The vitamin C you do in the morning with your sunscreen, and then at nighttime you're using a Retin-A, and if you want to save money, you can ask me for a prescription for that.
Okay, okay. Oh, I see. You can get a prescription for that. All right. And then the 50s, skin goes through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Do you have an hour? I could tell you. So many things happen. I did not take care of this at all. I thought I did, or this, and I didn't do a great
Gives you
job.
away.
It sure does, yeah. So what can we do? What are some of the signs?
So some of the signs of aging are, again, the skin's starting to look a little bit older, you get age spots, and you start to get etched in lines, and that's just that cumulative sun damage over the years, and there's no cream that's really going to
I got rosacea. Does that happen too?
It does happen, probably hormonal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, and this is for men and women, by the way. I just want to let everybody know.
Yeah.
And then, is there any way to get rid of that?
Yeah, we can do different types of lasers. There's a BBL laser that we use that can help with the pigment that's there.
Yeah.
And then we also do a professional laser, which I think we have B-roll.
We're going to show about that, yeah. But, you know, so this is, what does this entail?
So this is great. This is little tiny micro channels that you make in the skin, and when they heal, they make new collagen. And so that plumps up the skin, it smooths things out. It has a little bit of downtime, but bang for your buck, it's actually going to do something
So
for
you're
you.
just bringing back that collagen that's in there, you're just recycling.
Yeah.
You're bringing it back up to the surface.
Yeah.
So when you say downtime, first of all, how long is that procedure?
So the procedure takes about an hour.
And
you
then,
put freezing cream on first.
okay. And then what's the downtime?
Probably, you know, I've had it done before. I did it on a Thursday. I was back at work on a Monday. Give yourself a weekend at least, and don't plan to be at a wedding the next day.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
And there's a difference right there.
It's the difference. You can see she's tighter. She's got some of the pigment has been reduced, and the skin just looks fresher again.
Right. And how often would you have something like
This
that
you
done?
probably do once or twice, and then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you may do it again in another 4 or 5 years, but.
So not only sun damage, it's hormonal changes, it's gravity, it's all those things.
And one of the other things that we wanted to talk about was skin cancer.
Yes.
So I think that's important. So when you're getting into your 50s, you want to start looking out for the signs of skin cancer.
What are we looking for?
So looking for dry, flaky spots that are usually on sun-exposed areas, cheeks, hands, chest, or a pimple that you think it's a pimple, but it never goes away.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so as soon as you think, like you should know your face really, really well. So if you notice any of those things, no question is too stupid to ask.
Yeah.
Could be a problem.
I love when people come in and say, I'm sorry I wasted your time. I said, you know what, I'd rather you waste my time, which is not a waste of time, than walk around with skin cancer.
All of Julia's information will be on Marilyn.ca. There's a lot. Life. Isn't it fun? Yes, I just want to go and get pumped up. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Thanks very much. Good. I love that vitamin C.
I know, it's great.
Up next, we reveal the secret beauty weapons that instantly make you look younger.